everybody, this is me Z here, and today I will be showing you all a revised version of one of my OCs. I figured I'd do this mostly because I realized that I sort of left him unfinished, considering the fact that he was a part of a challenge, which I never fully completed. Anyways, so for those of you who have seen the video regarding my monster OC, you didn't. You never did. It never existed, okay? So hopefully in this video, I get to tell you guys a little bit more about him. So make sure you stick to the end of the video so that you get to know a few fun facts about him. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Here is the before of my OC, and now let's move on to his new look. Alright, so we are finally moving on to the next stage of the drawing, which is sketching out my character. So for this particular drawing, I really wanted to go for a more spell casting look because my OC is a spellcaster. He makes spells, he knows magic and everything else. Why did that rhyme? And I saw this tip on YouTube that if you ever have an OC who does spellcasting at all, you should look up for references regarding conductors because they're usually in the middle of conducting and they have that piece in their hand as though they're casting a spell. So I figured I'd do the same thing and give it a shot. So as you all can see over here, I'm using this lady conductor as my reference, and I will only be sketching over her just to know a little bit about the form and how I want my character to look like. But don't worry, I'm not going to entirely trace over her. I'll just keep the sketch on the top left hand side, and yes, this is something Something which I have been doing for quite a while, but I never usually show it in my process videos, mostly because I'm afraid that I'll receive some backlash for tracing, even though referencing and tracing are two different things. So working on the sketch really didn't take me that long, except I just did my best to sort of figure out the form and break down the arms and legs and everything else into simpler shapes. So that turned out pretty well. Oh, as for the hand, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing because the hand was sort of clenched inwards because the conductor was holding the piece in her hand and I was sort of unable to make out the form, so I just went with whatever I could see. So hopefully that turns out to be okay later on in the video. And I extrapolated the drawing just a little bit so that we can see a little bit of my character's legs later on once again. So yeah. Just for starters, the name of my monster OC is Drazier Gilzern, and I am aware that the name sounds a little bit strange, but hey, I came up with it at 3 a.m., okay? So according to that, I did something good, okay? He has 3 sisters, and he lives in a secluded area in a swamp because he does not like social interactions, and he likes to stay in his own little bubble away from society, practicing and brewing spells every single day, and he also likes to go outside when he has to pick out the ingredients for his spells, like picking up on mushrooms, rotten leaves, or just anything which he can come across. I also decided that because he's going to be a monster OC, I'm going to make him be a villain because out of all the OCs I have, I realized that I literally have 0 villain-based OCs. So we can say that Drazier is definitely a first one. A little bit more about Drazier would be that he is 21 years old and is 6 foot tall. His family consists of his parents, 3 sisters, and 1 brother, just a slight change I made right now. And he is a 2-horned monster and also part dragon. As per his personality, he's ambitious, creative, courageous, disciplined, blah 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 blah. Even though that's not really a villainous trait, but hey, we've got a lot of abilities given to this guy. For instance, one of his abilities has to do with floating. Like when he puts on his magical cape, he has wall powers. Like when activated, his eyes, horns, and pupils will glow. And then his horns will also grow when he's using his power to a complete maximum. During combat, he also has quick logical reasoning, due to which his survival skills are also really good, which includes hunting and fishing. He's a contortionist, meaning that he can twist his body into any shape or form to allow him to get through any small spaces in the vicinity. He can also communicate with snakes around his area, so that way he takes care of the snakes and then the snakes protect him in return to wear away any intruders or just any hostile creature who may try to hurt him. Here is the finished piece. I had a lot of fun working on Drazier after a whole 2 years, and I'm also glad to see the improvement on the drawing as well. Here are the 2 drawings put together. I hope you guys like them, and most of all, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!